get to finish what we started, number one, and number two, that Teddy Kubo gets to expand from the manga into what maybe he wasn't able to do in the manga, but put it into the anime, because I'm sure that you guys know, if you were otaku, that there's some changes and some expansions from the storyline that was not given its full-fledged, outlet for some of the backstory, especially on a lot of the Soul Reapers who never had that backstory to begin with in the first part of the arc, and now you get to see some of their backstories, like Urahara and like a whole bunch of other people, but also with as well as Ichigo and Uryu and their backstories and how they, their moms and all that stuff. So it's very, very cool.
I find it really amazing and interesting that there's a lot of new fans to this show that we didn't have 10 years ago. And I think it almost feels like I call Bleach like an evergreen show. It's like this generational pass down from uncles and moms and dads and brothers and sisters to this younger generation. And now we have like this whole new generation of Bleach fans that are getting to enjoy the show from the beginning. And it's like, oh my God, reliving all those memories. It's been really fun. Fan base,
We recorded this, as Richard pointed out, and the rest of the actors here many years ago. I'm going to give another shout out for another actress who's not here, Dina Sherman, who plays Yachiru, the little pink-haired girl. On top of Kenpachi's shoulder, we find out something very cool and significant about that. I don't want to be a spoiler alert in case you haven't watched Bleach, but Dina Sherman, she plays Yachiru. I just want to mention her. She's part of the Funko Pop that's just been released. Anyway, so anybody else?
So it's funny, at least 5 or 6 different people today have come to where I'm, right over there by the way, to the table and said, I really didn't like your character in the beginning because of the way you treated Rukia, and I didn't like it. But people kept saying you should stick with it, it gets better, he's not as bad as he seems, and he was just very rigid and inflexible and like rules and following the rules. And so now with this art, I feel it's really an opportunity to reveal his integrity, some nobility, and of course his arrogance, which is still there through the whole thing, but maybe not as great as it was before. So it's just a great opportunity to be able to portray those emotions and those feelings, and it's so much fun. Just so happy to be able to do it some more. So thank you again.
Yeah. Thanks to you, the fans.
To answer your question, to be part of one of the 8 generational big 3, it's incredible. This very first started, I was like, this show is called Bleach? Like Bleach? And I remember telling
laundry.
I'm doing this new show called Bleach, and everyone would say to me, the name is Bleach? But now, everybody knows what it's about, and I'm most looking forward to the fact that Toshiro's been out of Thousand Year for a minute, and for those of you who know, when I come back, something exciting is going to happen, which is pretty big and different for all these years of Bleach, for something, I'll just call it a level up to happen, and I'm really looking forward to that in the show, because we just haven't gotten there yet. We haven't recorded it or anything.
Okay, yeah, we're all excited for that. So yeah, I'm sure when you first do it, it's another audition and everything like that. But then you can tell we're still getting work, so it's really taking off. When did you really see Bleach's success? Like when did it really hit you? Like, oh, this is really gonna make it.
I think mine was at San Diego Comic-Con. Stephanie Shea and I went out to do a signing at the Viz booth. They had like these little trading cards for us from the first Bleach trading card game. And there were like thousands of people there lined up to get this trading card signed. And I was like, whoa, this show is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
I would say it was when I started seeing the T-shirts and stuff like in Hot Topic or Spencer's or the other places. And I'm like, oh, there's a Bleach T-shirt. Wow.
I just want to say, when I noticed all the bleach bottles in the supermarket, I knew we had made it.
A new sequel is called Fabric Softener. That'll be a spin-off. Yep. Thank you, Tommy. At least somebody liked that joke. Thank you so much.
That's the kind of dad joke that I wish I'd have thought of first, man.
Now you know I'm at NostalgiaCon because he said dad joke. I'm only 25. I don't eat right. That's the problem. No, you know, when you get a Funko or you see people like this guy in the back dressed like your character, then you yeah, thank you, Ken Pachi back there. That's when you know your show's going somewhere. But it really has been quite a ride.
Doug! Yay! You're crashing. Are you crashing? Come here. Come sit down.
We stay if you want.
Doug Erhold says hello to you, everybody.
He did a drive-by cameo.
Doug, we forgot you. Come back.
Doug!
Doug!
He's returned.
He's coming back!
There he is.
Yay!
You can sit. You want to sit here? Or you roll over? Have a seat. I can stand.
Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Doug Earls. I am currently the voice of Kisuke Uemura in Thousand Year Blood War, and I originated the voice of Kenichi Manu.
Welcome.
I wasn't invited, so I'm crashing this. Sorry.
You're
You have to
welcome.
deal with me.
Don't be sorry.
Oh, and I'm Zenigata from Lupin the Third.
Lupin.
Yeah, we just need Tony up here, right? Tony Alex.
So, before because sadly we are almost out of time. I'm sorry about that. But there is one question I do want to ask that I really think is important. What is it like for all of you to see what the show has meant to the fans? Like for you personally, now you're doing conventions, you're traveling, you're seeing the fans, meeting them face to face. What does that feel like for you for the Bleach fans and what the show meant to them? What does that feel like for you?
Man, I think at any time, well, being a part of any show is amazing, but being a part of this show and seeing how it affects people and how much they love it, it just, I don't know, I'm so grateful for that, you know? Because we're just standing in a booth by ourselves, like, you know, lip syncing to our characters. We don't know how it's gonna affect people on the other side, so getting that feedback and people coming up and saying, you know, oh my God, you're the voice of my childhood. Your character got me through a really hard time. The show got me through a really hard time. And I know you guys have all heard that. It really means something. Like when you say that, like don't ever be afraid to say that to somebody. Because it's like, man, wow, that's super cool.
It's similar to what I said about that same question when it came to Naruto, is what Michelle just said. We didn't know any of this, not to mention, as David said, this was a long time ago. It was a different lifetime. I mean, you know, any of the people I know with kids, their kids were babies, and now they're in college, and we're still talking about Bleach. So to get to go outside and hear other people actually watch the show, I didn't know anyone even watched it when we were recording it. You don't know. So to hear all of that is just gratifying to know that, wow, people actually cared about it. Not so much that they cared about me or what I did, but that they cared about something that I was a part of with all these people. And it's true, we all have known each other for many years at this point. I say, I would call us like the Magnitude 8 crowd. Anybody who knows Magnitude 8 was doing
What's funny too is we used to be younger, and when we were
A long time ago.
we were all struggling. Yeah, Galaxy Far Far. We were all struggling actors with families, and you know we did dubbing. This is the hardest work out there. We're not doing original animation's great. You get some lines, you get to come up with the character and the voice or whatever you want to do. You know, but when these shows come out, we don't get this. Yeah, it paid more money, and we didn't get the scripts. And then we come in, we have a great director like Richard or somebody directing us, and hey buddy, he's known for his very high-pitched voice. But anyway, my point is that we were all trying to make a living, right guys? And so now this is the fulfillment of a lot of hard work dubbing Japanese anime, and look, you guys love it, right?
Yeah! It's like our second act with you guys. All of y'all that were the OGs back with us back in the day, give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much. And now, applaud since you picked it up since the pandemic. Who started getting into Bleach because of the pandemic? Anybody? I started watching it over the pandemic for the first time.
Yeah, I think Bleach started the pandemic, actually.
Right? It tried to end it, too.
Supposed to drink it. I'm just glad I could add more evil to the world because the world needs more evil. Would you agree?
Something else it's very important because we wouldn't be sitting up here without you guys and your support to us.
That's right.
And it's really, really means something. And so anytime anybody says thank you, we appreciate you, it's real.
Yeah.
We really do. Without you, we're just talking to ourselves in a booth somewhere.
We would have done that anyway, but we get paid
True,
now.
ever so true.
Well, on behalf of all the Bleach fans, and we thank you all very much for all you did for the characters. We thank you for your time. We thank you for being here at NostalgiaCon.
Thank you. And
guys,
thank all of you for supporting and just being there and being super amazing.
There's
We
still
have
a
a really,
little longer,
I
guys.
think our Bleach fan base is pretty freaking amazing.
Come see us at our booths. We're going to be here for a little while longer. Yeah, just a real quick shout out to Chalice Collectibles for coming out with my Funko Pop. Hot Topic for the rest of them. Who else, guys, for the Funko?
Joy Temple.
Yeah, Funko Original. So thanks
Funko
so much, guys.
Originals,
And
yep.
really, thank you,
Nice
fans,
media.
and thank you, NostalgiaCon. I'm happy to be
Thank you,
here.
Houston!